Are we live?
We're live, but I don't think the audio's playing. God damn it.
I think you're on the wrong screen, brah.
I don't know. I think you're right. Fucking Jim changing everything. Well, it's the really good one. It's the really good one. Bastard.
Damn it,
Well,
Jim.
Tell Sister Diamond and Sister Star that I'm out of singles.
For fuck's sake. All right, everybody. Send Jim DMs because he messed up our all of our stuff. It's all his fault. Okay, I'm just gonna end that. Hello, everybody.
Yes.
Hello.
No intro. Classy.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, the show must go on. The show must go on.
Because it's a really big show. Really big.
It's a really big show we have here for you today. Okay, why is that?
Okay, we got the Popplefield, we got the Gia and the Zoe. Zoe, the little bambino. And then we got me, the guy who thinks he's Italian.
Welcome to Moist Monday.
Yes. Yeah, Moist Monday.
Moist Monday. Don't forget to tip your waitresses.
It's a Moist Monday here on 99.9 on YouTube. 940 on your AM dial. We have a big show planned for you. I don't know what it is, but it's big. I tell you, big, big, big.
Oh, God.
I swear, it's big.
Oh,
It's so big.
It's
It's
huge.
so big.
It's huge.
It is so
Huge.
big that we don't even have an intro. That's how big it is.
It's so big that NCR is roboting.
Oh, I am? My bad.
Lemon tart. Is that a moist picture, or am I wrong on that? Am I wrong on that?
Yes.
I might be wrong on that. That might just be water. How was your Monday? How was your Monday?
It was good. Productive. Peaceful. Yeah. Good Monday.
It
Good
was
Monday.
long and stressful.
I go along with NCR. I'm sorry, Gia. You have been outvoted.
The hell was that?
That was the Papal Roddy pretending like she's Zoe,
Yep.
barking at
Was it-
stuff outside.
Was it a squirrel? A squee? A squirrel?
Yes, yes, it
Yep.
is.
Yep.
They've been tormenting because it's fall, and of course they're out searching for food and everything.
Yep.
And she's like back to like her normal pre FedEx truck hit
Yeah. Yep.
state.
Good to see.
Hashtag inside job.
Yes, yes. Corgi Army fail.
No, it wasn't the Corgi Army. I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
It was a false flag operation to throw blame on the Corgis by the French Poodles.
I would never harm another dog, nor would I direct anyone to harm a dog.
It was the French Poodles who paid off FedEx to try to take down the Papal Roddy to have it be blamed on the Corgis.
Probably.
French Poodles did it.
And they
They're so
sent the
uptight.
payoff through they sent the payoff through DHL.
Exactly. Now you
Yeah.
see the big picture.
I do. Yeah. It's crystal clear now that you have pointed it out. Okay, shall we well, I guess we need to carry this out just a little bit longer, Is there any news of note today, NCR?
Yes, James Freeman over the weekend had revisited the scene of his most famous, well, one of his most famous arrests and beatdowns.
Oh,
He went back to Santa Rita, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the city right, where, if you don't remember, he had mouthed off to the police chief, and the police chief choke slammed him and then arrested him. Now, why do you think he went back there?
to file a lawsuit, or I don't know. Could he
No.
be a moron?
Because James Freeman wants to know why the police are shooting up playgrounds.
What?
What?
Yes, James Freeman took a honest accident and turned it into, why are the police shooting up playgrounds?
Okay.
You see, on the 15th, there was a training exercise where a stray bullet had left the rifle range facility that they were at. This is the police department. And it had struck the monkey bars. No one was hurt. They don't know how it happened. All they know is a stray bullet had somehow got away from the facility and hit the monkey bars. So they want to know what's happening. The police department are investigating themselves, but not only that, they are asking for help from the attorney general. They're like, okay, we want to know, is the facility up to code? We want to know if it's our weapons. We want to know if it was our guys just goofing around. We want to know so we can make sure this never happens again.
Right. Makes sense.
So James Freeman hears this, goes to the police station, and is asking them, why are you guys shooting up the playgrounds?
Jesus.
And also asks, are gingers allowed back in town? Are gingers allowed in the police station?
No.
Because in his video he did about this, he cut to somebody in the city council saying, we need to get rid of all the gingers. We need to choke slam them more. And this was just some pissed off old dude. I'm like, you know what? I love it. It's funny. But then, because nobody wants to talk to him, and this nice young woman who's working the counter goes away, he decides to call her a filthy bitch. Because she can't give him what he wants because there's no high-ranking officer to speak to him. And they have created privacy by putting up a curtain. Which pisses him off to no end. So now he goes and demands to speak to the city manager and brings his daughter along to be his cameraman. What a great father and daughter bonding moment.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Now, I don't have kids, but I know you two do. Mm-hmm. Would it be, a nice bonding experience? Maybe, going out for lunch, or maybe going out to the lake.
Yep.
Encouraging positive things, not help daddy commit a crime.
Well,
Daddy.
actually, I could, because one of my children is a reporter.
Wow.
So we could
A real-
actually
A
do,
real,
yes, a
real
real
journalism?
life, yes, a real
real
life
journalism?
journalist, yes, a
Wow.
real journalist. I show her First Amendment auditors, and she just shakes her head. She's like, we would never do that. We would
A
never
real
have one. That's not how.
journalism. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So do you dress up like Jimmy Olsen then and walk around with your big ass camera?
No, but when she was going to college, I did get her a fedora with a little press thing in her
Nice.
hat. You know.
Is she Les Nessman? Is she?
Yeah, Les Nessman. Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, the humanity.
I thought turkeys could fly.
I swear, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. One of the funniest things ever to happen on television. Oh, the humanity.
Well, and Les reporting on it. Oh, the humanity.
Yes, the humanity.
Turkeys flying out of the
There's
sky,
turkeys falling out of
crashing
the
into
helicopter. Oh my
crashing into cars,
God.
creating pandemonium.
Yep. That's got to be one of the classic TV moments, as well as the Carol Burnett dentist scene with Tim Conway and Harvey Korman. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now that was a great show. That was a great show, because all they tried to do was make each other break character and laugh. So
Oh
it's
my
always
God.
Harvey Korman. It's always Tim Conway who got Harvey Korman.
I know. And the
They
elephant,
forget their
the
lines.
elephant scene with
Yes.
Mama's family,
Yes.
when he went off script, and
Yes.
the producers told what's her name to give it to him, and she goes, "Are you fucking done yet?" Something like that on stage.
Yeah.
And he fell over. Is this little asshole done yet? That's what she said.
Yeah, Vicki Lawrence. Vicki
Yeah,
Lawrence.
Vicki Lawrence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me cry. It's so funny.
Well, and did you ever watch the Smothers Brothers?
Yeah, well, not really. Maybe I did, not really, but Carol Burnett, my God.
Oh yeah.
Her with
Carol Burnett.
Her with the drapery rod across her shoulders when she's doing Gone with the Wind. Oh,
yeah.
God. I just saw it in the window and I just had to have it.
Because in my town, all right, they would have Carol Burnett would be on, and then they'd have like the Dick Van Dyke Show and Newhart.
Yeah. Back when you could be funny.
I always loved the whole thing on the Dean Martin Variety Hour, when they would always do something that would just break each other as well. Like there's the iconic scene of I think it's the girl's going up to Dean Martin, and he's a bartender, and she asks for a Black Russian, and Sammy Davis Jr. just jumps up wearing that Russian coat and hat.
Yeah.
Paul Lynch comes in on.
Yeah. Back when you couldn't offend anybody. Yep.
Paul Lynch comes in, just goes up to him, leans on the bar. I'll have a fuzzy navel, and just Dean just falls down laughing. Just it's classic.
Yeah.
Can't do that no more.
No. They cracked each other up.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine trying to make Blazing Saddles now?
Oh no, yeah. He fought so hard for that.
Yeah,
and so hard for that. Yep.
You could never get that done today.
And he fought so hard for Young Frankenstein to be in black and white. They didn't want it. They didn't want it. And he insisted. And it made the whole movie.
Yes.
Not to mention, think about the jokes in a lot of movies these days. We can't redo.
No.
Like we cannot remake Porky's.
Right.
Because, it's so offensive. No. One of my favorite scenes in Porky's is one of the most benign scenes in the movie of Miss Ballbreaker in the principal's office with the coaches, and her wanting to inspect the boys' bodies, and the principal is just having such a hard time trying to find a pleasant way of saying that. Like,
yeah.
And then the one coach is like, "Sir, I think I have an idea. We can call the police station, ask them to send down a sketch artist, and then we can have Ms. Ballbreaker sit down with them, and then we can put out flyers around the school. Have you seen this prick?"
Yeah. Yep.
And then everybody breaks, and then that little pan up to Eisenhower's picture of him smiling sells it. You can't do that. The minute you even try with that bit, now movie's going to be canceled. We can't do it.
Well, think about like SNL. Like they had Richard Pryor on, and there was Chevy Chase doing an interview with Richard Pryor.
Yep.
And they're doing word association.
Yep.
And Chevy Chase just keeps dropping all of these racial slurs over and over.
Honky.
And then honky. Well, and then Pryor goes honky, and then he drops the N-word. Dead honky.
Yep.
All right, I think you got the job. Yeah, I do got the job. Can you start next week? I can start in 2 weeks. Don't worry, we'll give you extra pay and vacation on that one. You want me to clean this up? No. I got this. We'll see you in 2 weeks, man.
Well, Gilda Radner and it wasn't Jane Curtin, but they would play the little girls that Uncle Buck taking the pictures.
Yep.
Like you could never do that now. Like, it was inappropriate then. It was inappropriate then.
You couldn't do Jim Belushi as the samurai anymore.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorites, because if you've ever gotten the best of Jim Belushi DVD, is him doing Samurai Night Fever.
Yep.
It's him doing the hustle and then doing it with the katana. It's like, oh my god, that is perfect. Or
my favorite always. Well, my favorite of all time is Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin doing the point counterpoint.
Yeah.
And Dan Aykroyd going, "Jane, you misguided ignorant slut."
Yep.
That was one of the funniest things is you had people who were doing things that were right now would be considered stupid, but they were just so funny how they executed them. Like,
oh yeah,
what was his name? The black guy who did for the school for the hearing impaired.
Yeah, Garrett Morris. Yeah,
Garrett Morris. It's just him screaming really loud.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
or Bassomatic. Bassomatic would have the
Yeah.
fish community. Yep.
Yeah. And he did, and he also used to do, when they would do the fake broadcast, he would do the sports. And he was like a Dominican baseball player.
Yeah, you can't do any of that.
And he couldn't do any sports. On to football. Football, I don't know. But baseball, I do very, very well.
You had.
And they go, what about the basketball game today? I don't know. But Bismarck,
and
Bismarck,
Todd.
I know.
What were the characters that Bill Murray and Gilda Radner played? Todd. They couldn't do that either. Yeah, they couldn't do that either. Todd.
Yeah.
Yep. They couldn't do that.
Yeah, and they had Steve Martin, and Bill Murray doing the like hillbillies, staring off of the camera.
Yep.
What the hell is that? Well, I don't know. What the hell? Oh, I know what that is. No, what the hell? Hey, kids, get away from there. Well, don't put your tongue on it.
Yeah.
Well, then you had Steve Martin and Dan Aykroyd as the Kalinkoff brothers.
Yes.
Because Gia, me and Phil are just a couple of crazy
guys. Wild and crazy guys.
Yeah.
We are here for the Foxies.
Yeah.
And I don't even think they could do the cone heads anymore. They would be criticized for that. Yeah. It's like everything they did was cutting edge. Yep.
Not to mention,
or Barbara
if you
Wawa.
look at the 90s even, you couldn't do the stuff they did in the 90s when they had Spade, Sandler, Meadows, Rock, Hartman.
Yep.
That was straight a murderer's row of comics that you could never try to upstage.
Yep. Classic stuff. Yep. We're so lucky we saw it. Yep.
Oh, man. There was just so much stuff that was really great in the 80s that you can't do anymore. Like, you couldn't do the character Sedge from Lethal Weapon.
No.
Lethal Weapon, Beverly Hills Cop.
Well, you could.
No.
You could.
No, you couldn't do it like they did it in the 80s. You couldn't do that now.
He was so funny. Sarge.
Yeah.
Sarge. Yep.
Oh, I see you're looking at this piece.
Sarge. Yep.
Oh, yes. Would you like coffee, cappuccino, a latte? I make it right over there. It's really nice. You put a little twist of lemon. It's delicious. You know how he got that part? Eddie Murphy, was asking the guy who played him, like, who should we get? He's like, I don't, whoever you get, they've got to play him like a really douchey bag Eastern European kind of guy. He's like, well, can you give us an example? And he starts doing the whole, oh yes, I am Sedge, and it's like, okay, fought the studio for him to get the role. Told him he won't do the movie unless he gets the role. That is, and it's just that little character that makes the whole movie.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you, Sean. Richard Pryor would hurt everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I loved his show when he was the president. Sir, how much longer can you keep chasing these women? As long as I can keep it up.
Well, he did like such cutting edge stuff, right? And he used to, and he just took on racism directly and just made fun of it. Yep. I think it was like, I think it was on like Johnny Carson or Dick Cavett or one of those shows, and they were talking about it. He's like, it's, you have to take the sting out of the words by making it funny.
Yep.
I think it was Dick Cavett.
Yeah, Johnny Carson was very, very racist in his shows.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Very racist. The way he talked on Don Rickles' set with other black actors was disgusting.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing about Don Rickles is the people hated him for what he was doing, but yet other comedians respected him because he did not hold back against anybody. He took shots at everybody.
Yeah, I love Don Rickles. And Buddy Hackett. I don't know if you remember Buddy Hackett. Oh my God, he was hilarious.
You know, Sam Kennison, personal favorite.
Everybody just kissed Johnny Carson's ass. That's all. They just kissed his ass.
What? Well, yeah, but it helped your career. I mean, everybody was on it.
I know.
It helped your career.
That's why they did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, Buddy Hackett. I don't know if you remember Buddy Hackett, right? Buddy Hackett was pretty much a clean comic.
Yep.
And he had kind of a goofy face. Yeah, he had a goofy face, and he talked kind of goofy, and it was really funny. And so he's telling this joke about a farmer. And the farmer, gets on his horse, and he hits the horse. He's like, "Giddy up," the horse turns around and goes, "Hey, for 25 years, you've been riding me into town. And for 25 years, you've been hitting me on the butt with that whip. I'm sick of it. Knock it off." And the farmer looks at the dog. He's amazed. He says, I didn't know the horse could talk. Dog says, I didn't either. Well, the whole audience erupts in laughter, right? And a lot of it has to do with his delivery. Except for this one lady in the front row. And he walks up to her and he goes, I'm sorry, didn't you think that joke was funny? And she kind of gets a little grin. She's like, I didn't get it. And he goes, how about this? 2 guys from Cleveland fucking an owl. And everybody just burst out laughing. It was so shocking that Buddy Hackett would say this. And the lady gets like all beat red. And he goes, oh, what's the matter? You don't like Cleveland? Oh, God, it's great.
Okay, that's almost similar to this short I saw on YouTube of Bill Hicks, and he's talking about this bit he does like, I think I figured out the problem with women. It all dates back to Adam and Eve. So one day, Adam and Eve's in the Garden of Eden, and Adam looks over to Eve and goes, isn't it wonderful that whatever we want, we get? We have all the food we could ever want. We have all the perfect health. Every one of our wishes and dreams, the minute we think of it, we dream it, it comes true. And Eve looks back to him and goes, yeah, but it could always be more. Everyone else who's reacting to that short is laughing, but one woman. And the guys are like, what? You didn't think it was funny? He goes, I just thought there would be more. And they start laughing again because that was the point. That was the whole joke. But, that's the thing. We can't have comedy like we had back in the day. It's sad.
Well, some of it is, you also have comedy today that you couldn't have back in the day. Like, I think of a guy, Charlie Breen. He's from Minnesota, and he does a lot of Midwestern humor.
I know Charlie.
Yeah, and it's hilarious. Right? But you think if you would have put that in the 90s, no one, it would have been a regional act at best.
Well, I suppose I need to start doing my Midwest goodbye.
He's from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He said Minnesota.
Oh, sorry. I meant, Wisconsin. Sorry.
He's from Wisconsin.
You're thinking of Miles.
You're
thinking of
Miles. Yeah, Miles is from Minnesota.
He's hysterical.
Like,
yeah, but they're both hilarious. And their stuff
hysterical.
Together is just
they're hysterical.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yes, Hicks was banned. Bill Hicks was banned from Letterman. But one of my favorite things from Miles is when he's reviewing Yeti products.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We're going to review the $300 Yeti blanket versus the blanket your grandmother made you.
Yeah, right. Or the $400 Yeti chair versus the one he got off the neighbor's lawn,
from
trash
free
out
item
of the it's a free lawn chair out of the neighbor's trash.
Okay, we're gonna compare the $60 Yeti dog bowl to the old Tupperware. Well, let's just be honest, an old Cool Whip tub you had in your cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those guys are hilarious. Well, I suppose we should probably get to some other hilarity.
In the sovereign citizen nature.
In the sovereign citizen nature, who accuses a judge of treason.
Ooh.
I'm clutching my pearls.
Yeah, apparently so is
Richard
he.
James Howland, CR 2024-00463. The record will reflect the presence of the defendant, who is representing himself. He has advisory counsel.
By the way, do you notice we have audio?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Somebody woke up.
Just pointing it out. Just pointing it out. Pointing it out.
So Marcus Frenefrock, who's present. The record will also reflect the presence of the victim and victim representative. Any reason to delay sentencing today?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Howland, do you believe?
Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I have a proper motion for reconsideration I want filed today and that I request you to read prior to sentencing me. I have the original and 2 copies for the clerk of the court, and the county attorney already has his.
Okay. Hand the copy to Mr. Frenefrock.
There's the 2 copies and the original for you, Your Honor.
Okay.
The county attorney already has his.
I'll look at the original and I'll hand it to the clerk. Okay, I have read this. Essentially, in the motion for reconsideration, it looks like it's still by George Jolly Jr., whoever that is, who is still engaging in the unauthorized practice of law.
Under the Attorney General's doctrine, Your Honor.
They have their own private attorney general.
Yes.
Who has written a motion for this guy, and he wants it to have read because the private attorney general says so.
Right.
So
It says in there.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you about it.
It's the
He's not
private
authorized to practice law in Arizona.
It's the
And
private act.
sir, you're not authorized to interrupt me when I'm speaking.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to give you plenty of time to speak. I'm explaining why I'm denying the motion. It is submitted, even though you physically submitted it, it says submitted the 6th day of October by George Jolly Jr., someone who is not authorized to represent you. That is reason enough alone to deny the motion for reconsideration. But I'm going to go ahead and address the merits behind the motion. He cites the Ballantyne's Law Dictionary. That's not an authoritative source in Arizona, but
I up until this video, I have never even heard of that.
Oh my God, these people.
Berenstein
Ballantyne's.
Bears Law. Yeah,
Ballantyne's.
Berenstein Bears Law. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But according to that dictionary.
Yes. Yes.
it says misprison. I think he means, I don't know, misprison, a felony or treason. I'm not sure what misprison is, but there's no place in the motion where.
Yeah. He's misprison. Misprison. Is that like, I don't know, maybe Miss Piggy's cousin or something?
I don't know.
Misprison?
It's like Lectratius Villigan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a word that comes out of nowhere. Yes, it is. Yes.
Where he explains what treason, how any of this is treason. See what all the arguments are. You're alleging that the court is somehow covering up a conspiracy by the state. But other than stating that, you don't really explain how that's happened.
On the front page, Your Honor.
It's in the front page.
Right on the front.
Do you still have a copy?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me where it is and because I'm not seeing it. Tell me how the court has committed treason by...
Treason's not on the front page.
Okay.
You said...
Tell me what's on the front page. That, how the court is, let's see.
Treason is an overact of the government getting involved, and that's by you outstepping the bounds of law. You're committing treason, as in it's a secret services.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how federal law defines treason?
I don't think he does.
Actually, in the Constitution. Providing aid and comfort to the enemy.
Yep.
Right? In
Yep.
an armed conflict with the United
Yep.
States.
Yep. Yep.
Or taking up arms against the United States in aid of said enemy.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Getting involved in a traffic matter
Yes.
isn't
It's
one
treason.
of them.
Yes, it's treason. Yes, it is.
It's
It's treason.
isn't treason by any stretch of the imagination.
Yes.
Act under the fact that you're violating not just me but multiple people that this applies to. Okay, I've looked up law too in the same dictionary thing that you're talking about is
Dictionary thing.
Valentine dictionary, and that's the only one we have in jail, unfortunately. So that's what we have to go off of. And if that's not proper, well, then we should have something that is proper in jail that we can go off of, that we can get the right sightings to law. Or
So
how is that to fight your case on a proper motion or anything of the sort, even your case at all?
Attorney.
So how is... I mean, here in this case, you entered a change of plea. You've sat through 2 or 3 of these today already. All of the issues involving voluntariness, making sure that people understand what the plea agreement is. You've seen me today, and I did it in your change of plea proceeding as well. And we went through several minutes of questions. I listened to them all last week. They were all there. And then you said that you were guilty. Your attorney stated the factual basis for it. I asked you, is that what happened? And you said yes. And so today we're here for sentencing. How is it treason to give you the sentence that you asked for when you entered into the change of plea?
I asked for a motion to pull the plea.
And I denied that. How is it treason to sentence you according to the plea agreement that you entered into voluntarily several weeks ago?
That's in the notice, Your Honor, as well.
That's in the notice. I don't understand.
The notice that you struck him from the record?
Well,
it's in there that they were outdated one day. They were past their deadline. And you struck that too. And you've also struck the fact that...
Okay, so you filed a motion outside of the deadline. You're pleading. And somehow that's treason because you followed the court rules?
I hate when that happens.
Okay.
George Jolly's not to practice law. Under the general Attorney General doctrine, he is, because it has to be a private individual, Your Honor. It can't be someone that practices law that doesn't practice law.
So,
I mean, that's not how...
you were...
So it's a private attorney general who doesn't practice law.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Wild.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Whatever the private attorney general doctrine is, if there is one, you are not citing it correctly. There is no such thing.
I love this judge. Whatever it is, you're wrong, and it doesn't exist.
But it
For
does,
George Jolly to
it
represent
does in
you.
my head.
No, it doesn't even say in his head, right? Someone else gave him this crap.
Yep. Or he
Right.
bought it.
Yeah, my guru said so.
Yep.
Chili DeCastro told me so. I
Yep.
took his game. I played it all the way through. I won.
Yep.
To file documents for you, he has to be an attorney.
I'm filing the document, Your Honor.
Your
No,
Honor,
so
I think we've indulged Mr. Howland.
So okay. So here's this guy's theory. Gia, I want you to write me up a motion. I want you to sign the motion, but I'm physically going to hand it in, and that's called filing it.
Okay.
And so the judge says, he can't file things on your behalf, and the guy goes, he didn't file it, I did. I handed it in. But you didn't sign it. Like it just okay.
Now, can we move to sentencing, please? My victims have been here for an hour and 15 minutes now.
we'll move to sentencing when I move to sentencing, Mr. Collins.
All right, I'm just asking the.
Thank you. That's all. This does indicate you're going to, I think, send a bar complaint on Mr. Collins, which is something that you can do. You can send a complaint to the Judicial Conduct Commission, which is something you can do, but it won't get you a different judge. I'm going to sentence you today.
Your Honor,
So
I would like time to get back from the State Bar Judicial Conduct as well. They have everything. I've already been everything that's on file that you struck. They have it all, and I'm asking for time to waive time for now as benefit of the defendant, as in the result to get those replies back so I can proceed.
So your request is denied.
Thank you, Your Honor. One of the victim's family members would like to make a statement to the court. I'd also note, Your Honor, the plea agreement does indicate that the defendant will return the 8 firearms listed in the indictment. I don't know if he intends to comply with that provision of the plea or not, but I would point that out to the court.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is Brenda Reisner. I'm the defendant's or the victim's daughter. First of all, today's message is a little bit different than the others that the court has heard from previous co-defendants. After a lengthy time, a lot of praying, I'm no longer angry, which I think is a benefit to myself, to my family. However, that does not mean that we in any way forgive what's happened, nor are we likely to ever forgive what has happened to my family. Their actions caused a lot of harm, physical, mental, and emotional. There's evidence that they were on the property many times, and there was evidence that they had intended to return to that property. There was damage done inside the house that was not only unnecessary, but it was vicious and very malicious. It seemed that they took great pleasure in destroying what they didn't take. So while those damages can somewhat be replaced or mitigated by restitution, the mental and emotional things cannot so easily be remedied. Our family will never be able to return to that home, to live there and feel safe. We never feel safe even just being there to check on the property, to do damage replacement control, that type of thing. Even the storms most recently, we had to go there to make sure that there were not damages done, and it was very difficult. So my dad has had to change his way of life. He's had to change his medical plans because he can no longer afford the medications that he was previously taking. And then after reviewing probation's recommendations, witnessing the defendant's actions here in this court, we feel like he has absolutely no remorse for his actions, even has a sense of entitlement to take whatever he wants. We feel that he's a definite danger to any previous victims and to the community in general if he were released. Based on his own recidivism rates, he exhibits that he would be a danger. He refuses to even accept accountability or responsibility for any of his actions. Therefore, we feel that he not only deserves the maximum sentence that was possible under this court's jurisdiction, but he deserves to serve all of that without any leniency or consideration granted by the CDC. Okay, that's all.
Thank you. Anything else from victim or victim representative? Anything else from the state?
Your Honor, just the restitution. We filed the request. The restitution request is $117,148.60.
Wow.
$117,148.60.
Welcome, dude.
That's what they're requesting
Hope
for
you're well.
restitution.
From me alone?
It would be, counsel, correct me, but I believe this would be joined in several with other
That's
defendants.
what the police states, Your Honor.
So it'd be joined in several. That means anyone else convicted of the same thing would also be on the hook for restitution. They would also be entitled to have a restitution hearing if they didn't agree with the amount. But you wouldn't solely be responsible unless everyone else is found not guilty. And I think some of them have already entered into, 2 or 3 have already pled guilty. I think restitution hearings are pending in those cases.
Actually, Your Honor's already signed restitution orders in 2 other cases that I'm aware of. So,
Okay.
I believe all the other co-defendants have already accepted a plea.
Okay. So yes, you would be joint in several. That means all of you would be responsible for it.
Wow.
Are you willing to accept the $117,148.60?
Yes, Your Honor. As
Wow.
in splitting, of course.
Well, and
Whatever.
let me just make sure that you understand how this works. It's not really splitting, but it could be. It means all of you collectively and individually owe that amount. Let's say, I probably shouldn't be playing the lottery owing that much in restitution, but let's say they win a big lottery prize and they pay it all off. And you get out of prison, then you would owe nothing in this case. Now, the co-defendant who won the lottery and paid it all off, he might go after you and say, I think he should pay at least a third of it and reimburse me for it. But that wouldn't happen in this criminal case. It'd be separate from the criminal case. Does that make sense?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're willing to accept that?
No, I'd like to have a evidence hearing.
You want a restitution hearing?
Restitution hearing, love it. Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, we can set one up.
Can I speak with my advisory council real quick?
You may.
Wasted time. So I don't know. I don't think you want a restitution here. No, you'll have rights to appeal.
My advisory council would like to speak for.
Oops. I love that. Yeah, I don't think you want this.
I don't think you want to do that. Shut up, you idiot.
Yeah, right.
Let me real fast, Your Honor.
I think in summary, what Mr. Howell wanted to say is that he would like to change his mind and not have a restitution. He will stipulate to that amount. And the second one is that he wants on the record that the court has ruled that that the court has denied his motion for reconsideration based upon the merits, or denied it and struck it because it's written by a non-lawyer.
Is that
Non-lawyer.
what you wanted to say, Mr. Howell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything else
Non-lawyer.
you'd like to say, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
To the victims, I'm very sorry for what happened to you. I know I was caught on your property, but what you think I had involved in this, unfortunately, I'm very sorry, but you're wrong.
Uh-huh.
But I'm willing to take responsibility for being there, and for the things that happened to you, I'm very sorry. I pray to God that every day that He enlighten your guys' hearts for what happened to you guys. I'm very, very sorry.
Uh-huh.
Mitigating factors that the
But the court's committing treason and they shouldn't convict me.
Yeah. Yes.
But I'm
Yes.
taking responsibility for it.
Yep. I agree.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
defendant did accept responsibility by entering into the plea agreement. I note, and the victim representative has pointed this out as well, even though the defendant accepted responsibility by taking the plea agreement, he has since sought to withdraw from the plea agreement, and so I think that clouds a little bit whether, to the extent he's taking responsibility.
Yes.
The defendant has past drug abuse, which may indicate an addiction issue that could be a mitigating factor as well. As aggravating factors, I'm going to find the presence of an accomplice. The offense was committed in consideration for the receipt of anything in a pecuniary value, that the offense caused physical, emotional, financial harm to the victim. People come after you because they think all older people are willing to be taken and to be scammed or robbed or whatever. And you will, as you get older, you'll feel that, and you'll be, and that's, this victim is over 65. I'll find that as an aggravating. There are a whole lot more ways now of ripping off older people than there have ever been in the past. And as you get older, you're going to see that personally. So
I have, Your Honor.
Karma.
So
Karma, baby.
Together, I find that the mitigating and aggravating factors justified the agreed upon sentence in the plea agreement. So as to count 3, trafficking in stolen property in the first degree on or between February 29, 2024 and April 12, 2024, Class 2 non-dangerous repetitive felony, be the order of this court that the defendant be sentenced to Arizona Department of Corrections for the aggravated term of 6 years with credit.
Wow.
I'm updating this. Probation says it should be 306 days. It was 257 days. It should be up to 306 days because you've stayed in custody since the time the sentencing was first supposed to happen.
It was 306 days?
Yeah, it'd be 306 days. Restitution be in the amount payable to Floyd Harrington in the amount of $117,148.60 is ordered.
Wow.
And it'll be joint, and he'll be joint and severally liable. All payments made by the defendant will be applied to restitution first. While incarcerated at the department, restitution will be paid by withdrawals from his spendable account in an amount determined by the director of the department acting in compliance with statute.
Brilliant,
the defendant
dude.
returned to the victim the 8 firearms listed in the defendant's indictment. Mr. Howland, do you know where those 8 firearms are?
No, Your Honor, I do not know where those 8 firearms are. You're going to have to talk to the one that was selling them, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah. I'm still ordering you to return them. Obviously, and you can't physically go get them because even if you knew where they are, because you're in custody and you're going to prison. So, but the order of the court is that you return those firearms. All of that said, you do not have the right to appeal this sentence. You do, however, have the right to file a petition for post-conviction review with this court within 90 days of today's date. If you need an attorney to help you with that, one can be appointed for you. If you need copies of transcripts or other court records or documents, those can be provided for you as well.
Ask for those right now, or would I have to ask for those then?
Are you requesting an attorney to file a petition for post-conviction relief?
Yes, Your Honor.
Office of Indigent Legal Services provide an attorney for you for a petition for post-conviction relief.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Wow. What a winner. What a winner. Damn. Why can't I live that way? Why can't I live that way? Oh, Phil is gone. It's my show. Welcome, everybody, to Zoe's show. I am in charge. Welcome, everyone. Everyone else is gone. I am in charge. Well, that lasted for 30 seconds.
I don't know what I did.
I was in
Sorry.
charge.
You were. You are.
I
You were the
was.
only one here.
It was my show for like 30 seconds.
Well, I can leave.
No. I was filling airspace. Yeah, well, it was Zoe TV. Yep.
No, I'm trying to find that outro. I don't know if it will play or not.
No, I took her to camp. I took her to camp 3 days in a row today because I've been having construction at the house and it freaks her out. So she is in Zonkland.
Okay, well, we're just gonna have to end the show because the video isn't playing.
Okay.
Well, the video plays, but there's no sound. So.
Okay. All right.
So we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, like everyone else on YouTube, and just say good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Be safe.
Yep.
Be safe.
We hope you enjoyed the show. We enjoyed having you. If you learned something, it was purely by accident. Tune in tomorrow. Don't forget to get your pet spayed and neutered. I'm Don Pardo. Good night.
Good night.